I now call the Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rishi Sunak.
Rishi Sunak unveiled much-awaited measures in the spring statement, but let's look at what that actually means for you.
Our current plan is to increase the NICS threshold this year by £300. But I'm not going to do that, Mr. Speaker. I'm going to increase it by the full £3,000. Delivering our promise to fully equalise the NICS and income tax thresholds, and not incrementally over many years, but in one go this year.
So there are winners and losers from this policy. For people earning under around £35,000 a year, this new policy will effectively at least cancel out the 1.25% rise in national insurance. If you're earning over that amount, then you will still be carrying the burden of the higher rate of national insurance.
I can confirm before the end of this Parliament in 2024, for the first time in 16 years, the basic rate of income tax will be cut from 20 to 19 pence in the pound.
So it's a 1% decrease in income tax, which sounds really exciting. It means people get to keep more of their own wages, but people are going to have to wait at least 2 years to get this. It's not being introduced until 2024, which might be around the same time as the next general election.
Today, I can announce for only the second time in 20 years, fuel duty will be cut. Yeah. Not by 1, not even by 2, but by 5 pence per litre. The biggest cut to all fuel duty rates ever. And while some have called for the cut to last until August, I have decided it will be in place until March next year, a full 12 months.
What this means for motorists is that it will shave roughly around £3 off the cost of filling up an average car. So although that is helpful, it won't totally offset the soaring costs that people are seeing at pumps.
I can announce for the next 5 years, homeowners having materials like solar panels, heat pumps or insulation installed will no longer pay 5% VAT, they will pay 0. Yeah! We will also reverse the EU's decision to take wind and water turbines out of scope and zero rate them as well. Yeah! And we will abolish all the red tape imposed on us by the EU. Yeah!
So this is really useful for homeowners who are thinking of insulating their home to make it more energy efficient. It'll make it a little bit cheaper because there's no VAT to pay. But unfortunately for other households who are really struggling with their energy bills at the moment, worrying about the soaring costs of that, it's really no use at all. So I think probably it is a bit of a disappointment for most people, this one.
I am doubling the Household Support Fund to £1 billion with £500 million of new funding. Local authorities, Mr. Speaker, are best placed to help those in need in their local areas, and they will receive this funding from April.
So this one is going to be very deliberately targeted at the most vulnerable households, people on really low incomes, and it's to help them with the cost of shopping and essential bills that they may be struggling to afford. But quite how substantial it really will look in practice remains to be seen. What we learn in the spring statement is that the government has offered a bit of a helping hand to people with this cost of living crisis that we're seeing at the moment. But what it's clear that the government isn't going to do is completely offset the soaring bills that people are seeing and struggling with at the moment. So I think, unfortunately, most people are going to see a drop in their living standards.